All right, I'm going to talk to you about Imperial Yang Tai Chi, how we position the neck and head. It's not as technical in Imperial Yang Tai Chi because we usually mainly use visualizations to aid us in our practice. And the method of visualization in Yang Family Tai Chi, and when we call Imperial, what we're saying is that this was the old Yang. This was when the Yang family taught the Imperial troops in Beijing. Those methods are actually somewhat different, actually quite different than the Shanghai 108 form of Yang Cheng Fu, the modern or the new Tai Chi. Is nobody saying one is better than the other. We're just saying that Chinese is full of rich customs and history and traditions, and I like to respect those traditions. So the method that Yang Jianhou taught to Wang Yongquan, taught to Wei Shuren, and to Wei Shuren, and then passed to me, and as well as John Feng and several others, is that we rub the neck. We rub the neck on the collar. And basically what this means is I have a Mandarin collar or a Chinese collar on my shirt, and we don't want the neck to jut forward like that, where there would be a space in between. So we're just relaxing the neck against the collar there. And that is going to straighten your neck, your cervical vertebrae, raise the crown. It's going to do a lot of the other things that are more detailed. Just rub the neck. Just rub the neck on the collar. Okay. When doing a movement, so say I do the second opening and close of cloud hands. Okay. The idea is that you're applying these principles to your forms, and then that's where the change comes. That's where the benefits come from. So by rubbing the neck or keeping the neck against the collar, and it doesn't get stiff, it's not tight. On the contrary, rubbing the neck on the collar makes my head feel like this ball on this fountain, as if there's like a fluid or something that's just holding my head there, suspending it. Okay, the fountain doesn't have water in it, but if it gurgles the water and you put the ball on it, the ball floats on the water. And it's one of the best examples I can think of what long-term practice and disciplining this method will do to the body. Okay, it's not a once in a do it once and then you're fine. There's no such thing. It's kung fu. It takes time and effort. Oftentimes a lot more than people would care it for it too. Okay, so for instance, in the old six roads, we do the Sanhe Sankai cloud hands. Okay, I'm just going to do the two close open, but the whole time I'm adhering to the principle of rub the collar. So the collar is rubbed. Okay, still rubbing the neck on the collar, clouding. And still rubbing the neck on the collar. Now, this is the cloud hands from the Yang Jianhou old six roads that he taught to Wang Yongquan. Okay, so the whole sequence. See, I'm exercising, or practicing, or disciplining my neck against the collar there. All right, I'm going to do the second close and open. Clouding again, and the whole time I'm mindful, I'm not forcing it, but I'm very mindful to continue to let the neck rub on the collar. So he and kai, and clouding. I'm just going to finish there. Another thing that when we're rubbing the neck on the collar is we don't want what we call shoulder throat. So the throat, as the neck goes back, we don't want the throat to protrude like that. We also don't want to tuck the chin too much when we're tense. It should just feel very natural and very light, like the fountain. Now, to be completely honest with you, not all Tai Chi is the same. You have different methods for different styles. The underlying concepts are the same, but a Chen style doesn't rub the neck on the collar. They listen behind. You know, like it's kind of the same thing, of course, but the different traditions. They are different. So the Chen style, what do you say? You know, they're listening behind. It's getting kind of the same thing done, but it's part of that lineage, it's part of that system. Other systems, ours lift the Bai Hui, lift the center crown. Others lift the rear crown. I wouldn't, if you don't know what you're doing, obviously don't do that, but it's not all the same, but it is all beautiful. And if it comes from a rich tradition that has, you know, like a full curriculum, and it's not just a bunch of hodgepodge ideas, they're all very effective, okay? But they are different. That's why I respect Wu style and the way they do things. I respect the way Chen style does things. I respect the way Wudong style does things. But we don't actually do them all the same, okay? We're on the same journey, we're all doing Tai Chi, it's awesome. But it's, you know, give respect to the different traditions. Not everything needs to be the same. It's not the same, okay? So rubbing the neck on the collar, that's the old Yang method, okay? You may have heard that, you may have used that, and you can continue to use that. I'm just sourcing you where that information come from, as far back as we can trace it. Of course, you know, again, we can get in the argument, well, somebody said it before. But it doesn't matter, because my system that I practice and dedicate my life to comes from Yang Jianhou, Wang Yongquan, Wei Shuren, Wei Shuren, Zhan Feng, and me. And those are the methods that I practice and teach. In any event, I hope this was very useful. And throughout your entire form, you want to be mindful of that, so there shouldn't be one place in the whole form where we deviate from rubbing the neck on the collar. Very lightly, again. You shouldn't feel the neck get stiff. If you feel it get stiff, just ease up, lighten it. You know, disperse. Song San Tung Kung. Just disperse and relax. Okay? Well, thank you all very much. Enjoy your day. Thank you.